Hey YouTube, it's Marcia Lovelyy and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. I'm going to be doing this look and just talking to you guys, telling you how I've been feeling, what's on my heart, and just connecting with you guys. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're interested in seeing how I got this look or just simply hearing what I've been feeling lately, go ahead and stay tuned and we'll get right into the video.
I'm not afraid to say what I want. Does it put fear into your heart that I know where I started, far from where I begun?
So let's get started. So I don't know why, but I always like to use some makeup remover wipes and wipe my face, even though I've already cleaned it and it's a complete waste. But I just like to be sure for sure. So I'm just gonna basically like not so much rant, but just tell you guys what's on my mind and what's on my heart. Normally I would write stuff like this down, but I was like, I don't know, I don't even know what motivated me to make a video just on the random, but let's be happy about it. Whatever it was that inspired me. I'm gonna be using some Pond's cream to moisturize my face. But you guys already know how, well, I guess it could be a little bit confusing because I told you guys like what I was going through mentally and where my mental state was, and then I told you about like basically it was over, and for the most part it is. There are times where like I can get back there really quickly, and I don't think that this is just one of those times, but some of the feelings that I did have during those times, it still remains. One of them being as if people can say that they love you so much, they care about you so much, but I do truly feel as if the person doesn't feel it, then it kind of doesn't really matter. So for instance, if I were to die tomorrow, God forbid, because that's not what I want. I'm not there, okay? If I were to die tomorrow and so many people would show up at my funeral saying all these, you know, nice, sweet things about me, they're so heartbroken and crying their eyes out, can't stop crying because they just love me so much. And not to say this is how I feel about everybody, but this is just my example. If that were to happen and I don't truly feel that way, it kind of doesn't really matter. You didn't show me all of that or make me feel that way while I was here on earth, then all of that, all of those things that you're saying, it can kind of, you can kind of save it. Not to be mean about it, but when they say the sayings, give someone their flowers while they're here, that is like so real. It's so real, guys, because you never know, and I told you guys before, you never know like what you could do to, if I'm looking here guys, it's because I'm looking in the mirror, but you never know like what you can do or say to someone and what that can do to them, as far as like where you can put them mentally, because you don't know what people are going through ever. So you don't want to be the person that pushes them to the edge. And then on the flip side of that, you don't know what you can, with your kind words or the little sweet things that doesn't take much, just it was the thought that count type of things. You don't know what those can do for people as well. So we really have to be mindful of that, because you don't know how you make people feel, and you just want to be sure that you're really showing people that you do care about them, or you do love them, and that they will be missed if they were not to be here tomorrow. If that makes sense. Don't mind my hair, guys. That'll be fixed very, very soon. But I never told you guys this, but my mom, she went through cancer twice, okay? And mind you, she lived all the way in California. She just moved here as of this week. So I know that you guys last knew that she lived in California, but she was living in California during that time where she got cancer, and she survived it, and then it came back, and she survived it again. And right now she's good from what we know. So with that, I'm the type of person where I can't really handle things like that. And it's really, really bad. It sounds really, really horrible, but I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. So she's not even the only person, but like there's somebody else in my family that when they get sick, I can't deal with it, and I don't even realize it, but subconsciously I kind of distance myself. And it's messed up, because that's when they need you the most. So I will distance myself, not in the sense of I don't talk to them at all and they don't see me at all, but you just won't as much as if you're good. So even if I'm visiting a family member and they weren't doing too well and I go to visit them and they seem fine, it's good. If they seem fine or they're getting better, I could visit and everything is all good and laugh. But as soon as it starts to get bad again, my first reaction is, let me go. So with that, I didn't know or realize everything at the time. But when my mother was going through her cancer, it kind of was the same thing, partially because, I was across the country and I was in college, and, physically I definitely wasn't around. But, it doesn't take much to call or just let people know that you care about them, like I said. So I remember one time she came to visit and she told me that she just needed me to call her more. And I didn't get it at that time. I was just like, ugh. But I remember talking about, that situation with someone very close to me. And they were just pretty much saying, that's what she needs. And we just was talking about it because they know that I distance myself from situations of that nature. So, by the way, I'm going to be highlighting with Maybelline Super Stay foundation stick. I highlight with this one because I like it as a highlight better, because it's just easier. But this one is the color golden, and it has this little sponge in the back. I'm not using that. But anyway, so I did exactly what she needed. I called her more and we talked more, and everything was good from what I know. I never really mentioned it again. But we did talk way more. That's what she needed. That's what I gave her. So now, fast forward to now, when, of course, I'm not going through like regular sickness or anything, but just, my mental state. My feelings are very, very, very fragile, and those close to me is kind of when I need them the most. And with that, during that time, the whole period of when this even started, I feel like either I lost those people or we had some type of situation where we're good now, but it could have been, like, the timing could not have been worse for us to even go through that, trial. And it looks so different in the camera than it does in this mirror here, but during this time, it's making me now think back as to, like, checking up on somebody is not that hard. Calling somebody is not that hard, which people do. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying in the general sense. But I was even guilty of that before. And now that is the time I need it the most, I don't want to beg people to love me. So, one of which my friends told me pretty much that they're not, they're in a different state now. They're in a new relationship. They are just like living their, adult life, which they were doing before, but it's just different now. Their relationship is their entertainment. They're busy with work still, and pretty much to not expect to hear from them besides every blue moon, like every 2 to 3 months. And it was kind of an argument because, for one, I was saying that that's not how I operate. But that's like the last thing I wanted to hear from someone who I want to care, I hope that you guys are following. Am I rambling? So I was just talking to someone close, and I didn't tell them that situation because it's not something I really want to talk about. But I was just telling them, like, how I feel like I shouldn't have to beg people to love me. I'm still going to highlight with the NARS concealer. So they they kind of like, they understood where I was coming from. Not the friend that told me that not to expect to hear from them. And then I was telling them about, you know, the situation with my mom and how I remember that. And now it's like coming to light now because I was, you know, guilty of that before. But I feel like, and tell me what you guys think, please, please, please. I feel like if, you know, you're not present in my life often, so like 2 to 3 months, if I don't hear from you 2 to 3 months, you really can't consider yourself close to me, because like you don't know like what's going on. I don't know what's going on with you, things of that nature. And I'm not really inclined to tell you if I don't hear from you often, because the you know, the more distance you get from me, the more like you just won't know. Like even if I did hear from you and it's like, hey, how you been? I'm be like, good. I would keep it so short because I don't feel that no more. Even just on a regular friendship level. Like you're kind of an associate at that point. But that's just only one person. So on the other side of it, people that are there, okay? If every time we are around each other, it's always an issue, and I'm already like, you know, dealing with whatever going on up here, dealing with whatever's going on out there in the everyday life in the world, you know, just regular stuff is always something. When you're an adult, it's always something. So like, you know, I'm worried about that. You worried about whatever's going on with you and your stuff. And then every time I see you, it's an issue to where it's not even like it kind of goes left all the time, and I don't even know how it happens or anything like that. But it's the most irritating thing to me if I'm fine and I'm just chilling after a long day, just chilling, and someone comes and interrupts my spirit and gets me upset. That kills me, y'all. So I guess I guess my expectations of people are like unrealistic. Human beings altogether, to be completely 100, it's human beings altogether is a complete disappointment. When it's to the point where, like, when something happens, like, let's say somebody does something wrong, whether they, you know, are being spiteful, they lie, I found out something that they were keeping from me, it's all, at this point, it's just like, of course you lied. Of course you did this behind my back, or whatever the situation is, because that's how it is nowadays. Like, you can't trust anybody, is how I feel. Nobody. And I get people make mistakes. I've heard it a million times. People make mistakes. And I get that. But I don't believe that everything is a mistake. People make really, really, really bad mistakes, and I have forgiven them. But when you show me who you really are, that's not a mistake. If you're continuing to do what you do, and you did it to multiple people, not just me, that's who you are. I'm forgiving, but I'm also not foolish. It's a difference, y'all. I always hear people always say, like, you know, people deserve second chances, and I agree. When they made a mistake. I want to hear your opinion on that as well. As far as forgiving people, what does it take for you to forgive? Because these are things I really want to know, like, how do I differ from people? Another thing about me, which I'm trying to work on, y'all, I swear I am. I swear to you, I am. I have a hard time not cutting people off. If somebody does something to me, it is so easy to cut them off. And it doesn't even have to be like you don't ever talk to me again. I could be cordial. I could be around you. We ain't got to fight. None of that. Maybe I should turn this light off. But if I feel like you wronged me, you died in my life. You are not who you were. And as sad as it is so easy to do it. It's easier for me to dead somebody in that sense than to, you know, deal with it. I guess that's the easy route, and that's what I do a lot of times. And it ain't even got to be like no beef or, you know, whatever. That's just what happens. So I do want to know, how do you guys deal with things like that as well? Because even if it's a small situation where I'll be like, oh, no. And I know, like, you know, sometimes you have to deal with people accordingly. Like, you know that person is like that, Marcia. Why did you think anything different? And it's like I was disappointed in myself. In that type of situation, I would have to force myself to still go around this person, still be there in the awkwardness it is at first. And just so that until I get over it and, you know, it's done, they're over, whatever it was, and then it's done. But other times, I just will distance myself and take my emotions out of that person, and it's a wrap. I'm just waiting before I, you know, take it off. Is this better than with that light on? I went to church today. Church was good. Church was about, like, you know, not worrying. Worrying is a sin. So I'm definitely going to try to keep that in mind. But when it comes to my relationships with people, platonic relationships with people, it's the worst. That's what affects me the most in my life, I feel. Not feeling like you can't trust people, down to the people that works on your car. Like, they lying to you, telling you what you need because they know that you're a girl, and they automatically think you don't know. In my situation, I don't know. And when I'm spending all this money, like when I hundreds of dollars all the time, I'm spending all this money on things that I don't need. When I find out that I really didn't need that, I would never go there again. Like, that's dead. Somebody at a certain restaurant stole my money from me. I never went back there again. It's dead. Even in situations like that, like, I just will cut it off. Like, it's dead to me. And that's what I need to work on. Like, that's my biggest flaw. And then now, you know, when you've been friends with people for so long, and it's kind of like now, I don't know, like, because my mind state is where it is now, it's like I kind of feel like, oh, it's coming to the end of the road. But I don't want to, you know, have regrets either. I don't want to feel that way, and then I'm only feeling that way because my feelings are so fragile. And then it really didn't have to be that way, or it wasn't really that big of a deal. And I'm told that, you know, the healthy way is just to talk to people about it. But that doesn't work, or it hasn't worked yet, for one. And for two, I always feel like, why waste my breath? The ending is still the same. My eyebrows, y'all, look like trash. I don't even know if I could fix these. Let me see. Almost finished, guys. So here's the finished look, guys. Nothing spectacular really. I just really wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, let you know what I have been feeling, what was on my heart at the very moment. You guys were great listeners, and I really want to know what you guys think. Like, do you think that I just feel this way because of my feelings being so fragile currently, or do you think that I had valid points? Because I really want to know, because I really am trying to, you know, grow and develop myself as a person. So I do want to know what you guys feel, and I'm not trying to bash anybody or say that this is just everything that's been going on. I don't want anybody to feel like nobody's been there, because there are absolutely people that have checked up on me and been there, and I don't want anybody to take it personal. But even those that haven't, or, you know, don't have the ability to, I just want you to be mindful of everybody in your life. How much are you in their lives, and how much do they know about how you feel about them? If anybody was to go tomorrow, would they know? Like, would everyone be able to truly say that I really know that this person loved me, this person was there for me? We just want to be good people to everyone. And as always, we want to spread love. We want to spread nothing but good vibes and good energy to the world. It's not enough out here, so we want to be those people that, you know, keep love in our hearts and our minds at all times. And so if you like Chit Chat Get Ready videos with me, and you like videos of me just expressing to y'all how I feel, definitely like this video, because I think I could try to do it more, instead of like writing things down or keeping things just to myself. I think that I could talk to you guys more, and I do appreciate, like, you know, all the support that you guys give me in general, and you don't even know how much it is appreciated. So definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel and become a member of the Lovely Gang, because we definitely want to grow the Lovely Gang and spread love to the world. Love you guys. Bye.